Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I just want to give you a quick update on the Chad Daybell case now. I was calling it the Lori Vallow case, but now it's turned into the Chad Daybell case. But anyway, well, both of them, I guess, Chad and Lori Daybell case. I want to read this article that I found that the neighbors have been saying about the bonfires. So this is an article from KSL, and it says bonfires may have led police to search Chad Daybell's yard, neighbors say. It says several of Chad Daybell's neighbors have shared their observations of strange activity in his backyard after two of his stepchildren went missing in September 2019. Authorities arrested Daybell June 9th after serving a search warrant at his Idaho home. Neighbors said Daybell had multiple bonfires in his yard between the time the kids went missing and when he was arrested. They had a big bonfire in the fall, not long after Chad Daybell's former wife Tammy had died, said neighbor Matt Price, who described Daybell as lacking in emotion and very odd after Tammy Daybell died, apparently in her sleep. Price was not the only neighbor to notice the flames, and he said investigators were searching the areas in Daybell's yard where the fires had been burning. This year they had two really big fires that we noticed, probably less than a month ago, Price said. He said he shared the information with authorities, and police said it helped them secure the search warrant. However, the probable cause statement with details on what exactly led detectives to Daybell's yard and exactly what they found remains sealed to the public. Okay, so yeah, wow, I'm curious if they're gonna ever release that. I know, you remember Letitia's affidavit was supposed to be sealed, but it got leaked. Wonder if somebody is gonna leak this one. I guess I hope not, because I want their case to be strong. I want them to be able to get Chad and Lori both, so I feel like if it's leaked and they know, like Chad and Lori's lawyers know some of the details and the information they have, it could kind of ruin the investigation, so hopefully it doesn't get leaked. But what do you guys think? So they had bonfires right after. So Tammy died, what was it, October 19th. So Tylee was last seen. So I have a question. This person keeps saying that I'm saying Tylee wrong. I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to say Tylee instead of Tylee. I don't see the huge difference, but now I'm paranoid the way I say it. I think it's just the way I say it. Like, everybody has their own little accents and the way they say things. I don't know. It's Tylee or Tylee. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. Out of habit, I say Tylee. I apologize if I annoy anybody with the way I say her name. It's such a subtle difference that I don't really see the big deal, but I do apologize if I bother anybody. But okay, so Tylee, her last day that anybody ever saw her or spoke to her was September 8th, and JJ was September 23rd. But then if you go by Lori's mom and sister, remember on that interview they said that they spoke to him at the beginning of October, that they actually talked to him, that they heard his voice, and they said Tylee or Tylee. Man, now every time I say it, because my first instinct to say it is Tylee, so I'm gonna have to keep correcting myself. Tylee. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it Tylee or Tylee? Are you guys like me and not really hear the huge difference? Tylee or Tylee? Okay, so yeah, they did say that. I think it was her mom and sister did say that they had texted her. Yeah, it was on that interview. So I guess they had supposedly texted Tylee at the beginning of October too, and they said they thought that they were texting with her. But that one, I mean, you never know who you're texting with. But they actually said that they had spoke to JJ at the beginning of October. So if you go by what the authorities and the records show on the documents, it says September 23rd would be the last that anybody heard from JJ. So we're gonna go with that. So we got September 23rd, and then September 8th, and then, okay, so then Tammy dies October 19th, and then that's when they said the two bonfires were. So that would be basically about a month after the kids disappeared, they had these bonfires. So if it had something to do with when they buried them, if they had moved them. With Chad's charges, it almost makes it seem like they think that they were somewhere else and Chad moved them. Do you guys get that feeling? At least with the charges. Maybe that they just had to put those charges to get them, and maybe that doesn't mean anything. But the way it's worded, it's almost like he moved him from one place that they had him to another. But like I said, they might just had to have used that charge to get him in, and it just looks like that. I mean, I guess they could have moved, because the police weren't on to them. Well, that was, November when they came for the welfare check, so they had almost 2 months before the police were onto them that, yeah, I guess they could have been doing whatever and nobody would even have been looking at them. Well, I guess we'll find out, because obviously the police know a lot more than what they tell the public, which is fine. They're building a case and stuff. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to share it with you real quick about the bonfires. And if you look at this video and the pictures here, you see where they were digging is kind of right by the bonfire pit. So it makes you wonder, who knows? Who knows when he did it? But it would have had to have been before the ground got really cold, you would think. Okay, wait a minute. It would have to have been after Tammy died, now that I'm thinking about it, because they wouldn't have been doing that with Tammy right there. So they did have to move them because they were last seen in September, so I think they were gone in September, by the end of September. Tammy didn't die until October 19th, so where were they that whole time? Yeah, they had to have moved them. Yep, so they were somewhere else, and then Chad moved them, and I think that's where they get those charges of the specifics of his charges. It would have either had to have been between October 19th and November 27th. So it was November 26th they came and did the welfare check on JJ, and then on the 27th is when they took off and vacated, because remember they came back for him and they were gone, and then that's when Chad went to California to spend Thanksgiving with his kids, November 28th to December 1st, and nobody knows what Lori did those couple days. And then on December 1st is when they flew to Hawaii. So it either had to be before December 1st, basically, or Chad did it by himself after Lori got arrested. So do you think he was with Lori when he buried them there, or it was after? But like this article is saying, right after Tammy died is when they had those bonfires. So I'm thinking maybe that's when they buried them, was a few days or shortly after Tammy died, when the neighbors saw those big bonfires out in the yard around that time. What do you guys think? I think they might just place the blame on Alex, because if it comes down to where they're desperate and they have no other out, I mean, they put it all on Alex, and Alex isn't around to defend himself. I'm not saying anybody would believe them, but if they don't have any other way, they have nothing to lose. If they have no other out or no other defense, basically, they might just go that route and say, oh, Alex did it. They hear what the public is saying, and a lot of all of us was thinking it was Alex. So, but I mean, Chad and Lori would still get, some kind of conspiracy, because look at Charles Manson. He didn't actually kill anybody, and he got life. So just because they didn't actually do it, they were still accomplice or conspiracy. Charles Manson's charges with something with like conspiracy to commit. So I mean, they would be accomplices and some kind of conspiracy charge, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I think that they could possibly blame Alex for actually committing it, actually doing it, but they are definitely accomplices. They'll definitely probably get life. Maybe they'll spare their lives. I don't know. If they somehow make them believe that Alex is the one that actually did it, maybe they will. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Like I said, I'll live stream any court appearances that come up involving this case, so we could all watch it together and chat and stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know about this bonfire thing. And one more thing, remember that Chris Parrett that I read that comment about him basically saying, oh, you'll see when you see that the kids are all right, you guys are all wrong. Well, he came out, so I'm going to read you a part of this article here. This is an article from Fox 13. It says, one of Chad Daybell's biggest supporters says the last few days have caused him to no longer stick up for his friend. For months, Christopher Parrett was the only person close to Daybell, or Lori Vallow Daybell, willing to publicly say he knew the real story about what happened to JJ and Tylee. Here's just one of the messages he posted in an online forum. In big bold words, vindicated. Then, Chad and Lori called me tonight and we spoke for almost a full hour. I'm here to tell you I feel totally vindicated in standing up for Chad. Sue, my wife, and I now fully understand what had been going on from day one, including what's been going on with the kids and his wife Tammy's death. Parrett went on to blame lies that had been posted on social media and in the lamestream news. He promised their story and all of its details is coming soon. The only hint he gave is that this was a nasty, ugly custody case, being driven by Grandma. On Thursday at their home in Rigby, Idaho, the Parrott's tone had changed drastically. They didn't apologize for their post, but said they feel terrible and that they had no idea the kids were dead. They went on to say that their hearts and prayers are with the family, and they want people to know they had nothing to do with this. When asked what story Chad Daybell had told them, they said they didn't feel comfortable sharing anything about this at this time because of the ongoing investigation, other than to say obviously Chad lied to us. So wow, they should apologize though. He was mean to the public, saying, you know, that wasn't the message that I had a different message I read on one of my videos, but basically saying, all the public's all wrong and we'll see, and he'll tell us the story and all this stuff, and all the media being wrong. So I think he does owe an apology, in my opinion. Okay guys, that's all I have for you right now. I will keep you updated as I learn new things. Have a good day. Bye.